guys, welcome to
Piano Rogues!
I'm Ari.
And I'm Alaire.
We have new friends. We got this guy, because we found out there is a plastic triple chamber ocarina.
We were intrigued.
We are doing a review video.
A comparison of 3 different triple chamber ocarinas, all from St. Louis Ocarina. I've been playing ocarina for, I think we figured out, about 13 years. I still have a lot more to learn about ocarina. In fact, the more I learn about them, the more I realize I still need to learn about them.
You have a degree.
I do have a degree in music, and I teach music as my main job.
And you've played flute.
This is also true.
And you've played penny whistle.
That's also true.
So a little bit of experience.
I have some experience with woodwinds. Yes. We have 10 categories that we use to rate the ocarinas that we review. Each one of them gets 10 points, and at the end we combine all the points and we give you a score out of 100.
Starting with visual appeal,
Professionalism,
durability,
comfort,
intuitiveness of fingering,
ease of breath control,
projection,
intonation,
tone quality,
and take-along ability.
durability.
10 out of 10. Well, do we want to go ahead and mark the durability as that happened?
5.
10 out of 10.
It's a little less chunk than these. It's actually about the same weight as the Knight by Noble, so I feel like that means it's thinner plastic.
It's thinner.
And then either of the other plastics we have. You don't get to blow on it yet.
I don't?
No,
Oh.
you have to wait. Oh, you have to wait until ease of breath control.
Ouch.
Visual appeal.
It's so colorful.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's fiery.
Yes, if you like red and yellow combinations, then this is the ocarina for you.
It also comes in
Blue-green,
and
blue and light blue, which gives it an icy look.
we have fire, ice, and what was the third color?
Blue and green.
So we have blue, blue, and red.
But it's blue-green. We went with the red and yellow because we don't really have ocarinas in this color range yet.
Yeah, we do.
We still need more ocarinas. What are we thinking?
I'd say 9.
A 9? You think it's better than Aoife?
8.5. It's brighter. It's more colorful. Aoife's more toned down.
Fine. Okay, 8.5.
It's gonna lose points on professionalism. Give it points on visual appeal. Professionalism.
So,
Not so much.
yeah, because it's made of plastic and the gradient, I mean, it doesn't look like a grown-up instrument. This looks like you would give it to a kid for their first triple.
I can have it too.
Well, yes, you're a kid.
Unless you're playing rock. It would be an awesome rock instrument.
Okay. I mean, the sheer number of holes makes it look more impressive.
So equally as professional looking as this one.
All right, how much was that one?
5.
5. Okay. Comfort. Oh boy, I am marking this one down for comfort. Immediate issue I'm feeling with the tone holes, particularly this guy right here. This tone hole is so big and it's not concave at all, and I have to get over to the sub hole in order to play my lowest notes in this chamber, and covering that huge tone hole and also the sub hole is maybe going to be an issue. It's not very comfortable.
Those of us with skinny fingers.
Yeah. Maybe if you've got bigger fingers, that won't be such an issue for you, but for me, that is a problem. And if you are planning on giving this to a child who would have much smaller fingers, yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Less comfortable than purple.
Yeah, much less comfortable. Other than just the size of the holes. They're not concave. It's not like they're cradling the tips of my fingers. Yeah, go ahead. The edges of the holes are not curved in as much. So.
But more than my aria.
Yes, they are more comfortable than her aria.
Which is 6. This was 7.
So it's 6.5.
Yeah. 6.5. More comfortable than the aria, less comfortable than the purple.
Intuitiveness of fingering, it's gonna be exactly the same. This is a triple ocarina, which is tuned the same way as my other 2 triples, and it will follow the same fingering pattern. Ocarinas that use this 12-hole tuning system in the lowest chamber, they mostly go in line. If you're already familiar with playing the flute, or if you're already familiar with playing ocarinas that use this tuning system and other 12-hole ocarinas, then this is probably pretty easy for you.
8.
Ease of breath control.
Yay, she finally gets to try it.
All right, guys. Now I get to try playing this for ease of breath control. Let's see what it sounds like. Moment of truth. That's the highest note in the lowest chamber.
That's stretching a bit. Ooh, you can hear the difference there.
Ooh. Ooh.
What?
Okay, so for plastic, it's not that horrible.
Compare the highest note in the low chamber to the next note, because that, I think, shows the biggest.
Okay, the highest note in this chamber is supposed to be a D sharp, and the lowest note in the middle chamber is supposed to be an E. And that is a half step apart. There's not a problem of intonation going from the lowest chamber to the middle chamber.
Yeah, quite a change in tone
Yeah,
quality.
the tone quality changes because it's the highest note of a chamber.
Yeah.
When you have more expensive ocarinas is something that they're able to improve by using better materials and just it's better made. For a plastic multi-chamber ocarina, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. This isn't as I'm going to say it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, so interestingly, that D is kind of having the same issue that my purple had.
That is interesting.
That is interesting. I am very intrigued by that. I want to know why that is a thing. Ease of breath control, it's not hard. It does have a bit more of a breath curve than my other two ocarinas. I haven't compared it to the piano, so I don't know if I'm playing it in tune. I guess I should do that real quick. So about the amount of air that feels natural to me to use on this ocarina is about what it takes for it to be in tune.
Okay.
That's good.
That's good intuitiveness.
Ease of breath control, I'm saying, is probably at least a 7, maybe even an 8. I do think because it takes less air than the purple, it makes it a little easier.
Okay.
But I'm not giving it a 9 because it does take more of a breath curve. 8.
An 8.
Projection.
Projection. It is definitely quieter than the purple.
And quieter than that one.
So this one was a projection of 4. Okay, so probably a 4.
Yeah, I think it averages out to about 4.
Its low end is quieter than this guy, which is one of our quietest ocarinas.
But when you get into the middle and upper chambers,
It's louder.
Yeah, because it's high. Intonation, this one is very in tune. I had no difficulty making it be in tune. What felt natural for me for breath support made it in tune.
So you want to prove it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe not every single one. How about the next chamber's lowest?
Ari doesn't appreciate me. So yeah, this is really pretty decent for intonation.
We've been finding plastics have good intonation. So 9?
A 9? Yep.
Tone quality.
Okay, so this is where we lose some points on plastic. It does not sound as nice as ceramic or purple clay. Not even close.
Especially when it gets to its reaches.
Yeah. When we get to the highest note in the lowest chamber, for example, we really lose a lot of tone quality. It gets a lot more breathy and it starts wanting to do that weird tone splitting thing that my purple wanted to do on that note. We lose some quality on tone. It's not nearly as nice as the plastic single chamber from St. Louis Ocarina,
Which we marked as 6.5.
and it's not as nice as the Night by Noble.
Which we did 5.5.
So
4.5.
4.5?
4.5.
Yeah, okay.
The parts that are not stretched sound nice.
They sound okay. You can listen to it and not cringe. Is it as pleasant as the others? No. That's why we're giving it a lower score on tone quality. Take along ability?
You can play catch.
Yeah, I mean, it will not break.
You can stuff it in your purse. You can stuff it in your bag. You can stuff it in your suitcase.
carry-on suitcase. It's not gonna get
And
hurt.
it came with its own case.
I mean, that by itself is just awesome right there. I mean, it comes ready to go.
So you can keep it clean when you stuff it in your purse.
Yeah. You don't even have to get your own separate case to go with it. So I'm saying the ocarina itself, I would give a 9. What do you think?
9.5 is our plastic
All right,
ocarina.
so 9.5.
Prices. Let's talk about prices.
Plastic.
70.
This triple chamber is a little bit more expensive than the single plastic.
Quite a bit more expensive than the single plastic.
The single plastic was $30 including shipping. So
Yeah.
it is more than twice.
More than twice the cost. I would assume there's some quality control work that's harder on the triple chamber.
Because you have to make sure that multiple chambers are in tune with each other.
And that
So-
they're all sealed
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah,
And that
they're-
the seams are all the way on the sides. There's probably seams between each chamber.
and
that
they need to be completely sealed.
probably factoring into the cost. Final scores! Plastic.
Came in with a score of 73.
So,
Seems high. It got a little bit of a boost with its durability and its visual appeal because Ari just really likes the colors. Also, the take along ability. So it got a little bit of a boost in other categories. In terms of how pleasant it actually is to play on that instrument, I would maybe give it a slightly lower score than that. So we may need to rethink our scoring system just a little bit.
It works because it's still lower than my aria. Is it worth spending the money for a higher quality ocarina? Probably.
Yes.
But-
I am going to go ahead and say yes. If you want to get yourself a triple chamber ocarina, at that point point, you are probably already a little bit more serious about it.
Yeah, this is where you would probably want to spend money after you've gotten into ocarinas in general. Most people don't start their ocarina journey with a triple chamber. But if that is the case, if you've never played an ocarina, you're not sure you're gonna really enjoy doing it, and you just want to test it, $70 is a much better buying price.
Yeah, that's a better buy-in fee.
If you end up not using it, it's much better to spend the money on this one. But if you've already done ocarina and you know you enjoy it and you want to get into a more complex instrument, well, save your money.
Yeah, start saving up. Plan to get yourself one of the more expensive triple chambers, because for comfort and for tone quality and for professionalism, because that might be a factor for you if you're more serious, it is probably very much worth it.
It is definitely worth it for the tone quality difference. If it didn't split so much in the top end, I would say this would be a fine one for practicing and whatnot. But the fact that its tone quality is so variable makes it not something that I would see you necessarily sticking with. So like this one I do play on, so I don't have to get out my ceramics.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's not bad enough that it is putting me off using it.
Okay.
This one,
yeah.
This one is bad enough that I might not want to use it.
This one, I wouldn't want to be practicing one of the pieces that I'm working on my ocarinas on this ocarina, because it is different enough in terms of tone quality and what I can ask it to do that I would not be able to work with it the same way.
Yeah, so it wouldn't even work as a take-along practice instrument. Basically, we would recommend this one only if it's your first instrument and you're not sure you're gonna stick with it. Otherwise,
go for the more expensive but much higher quality. As previously mentioned, don't buy expensive ocarinas unless you get a sound sample.
Unless you're willing to throw that money away, don't buy it without a sound sample.
Yep.
If you enjoyed this episode, we did a ocarina comparison video. Is the Knight by Noble your best option for a starter ocarina? Click on the end screen card.
Thanks for letting us steal your screens for a while. Stay rogue.